Hey everyone, this is take 3 of my live video. I'm in my parents' house and I don't know what's wrong with this Wi-Fi. It's ridiculous. It's just disconnected me so many times. It only works really upstairs, but now I'm plugged into the Ethernet, which for any of you who don't know, if you get, I'm sure many of you do because you're pretty tech savvy, but if you plug from your router directly to your computer, then you don't need to use Wi-Fi, and I think that is generally better for our energy bodies, not to have so much Wi-Fi flying around. But anyway, take 3, and thank you to Mary Jane who joined me on the first 2. Sorry that I've now relocated. So now I'm in my dad's office. I'm at my parents' house at the moment. I can't really see the background because it's like everything's black. I'm just wondering if it does look a little bit more professional being in this room rather than the bedroom that I sleep in. But anyway, hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. And today I'm talking about tools. Yay, Mary Jane, you're still here. Thank you. Sorry, you're going to have to listen to the first bit again. But anyway, thank you for joining me again. Hi to everybody on the replay. So we're talking about tools today, and I want to talk about tools because I want to introduce you to a specific tool that really focuses your intention and is really amazing for energy work. And I want to talk about that tool because it's great for when you want to really send out particular energies out into the world for healing, for world healing, earth healing. So first of all, talking about tools, why do we use tools? There are lots of people, several that I've spoken to who, when they look at all my crystals, they'll say, oh, well, I used to use lots of tools and I used to have crystals and pendulums, but now, I don't need those, I don't use them. And there isn't really like a better or worse way to be working, or a beginner's or an expert level where you suddenly don't need them anymore. It depends on your energy and how you work, but generally I see tools as a way to focus your intention. So as humans, we can have so many things going on, even when you get into a really centered, balanced space. We're not, until we're completely enlightened or completely ascended, we've still got lots of things going on. We've still got just so much going on energetically with us that tools can be just the perfect way of focusing your intention in energy work. So they can really bring about even more powerful change. Now, it's true, you don't need them. You could always just use your intention. But I think you have to be 100% sure that you're absolutely clear at all times if you're never going to even try and use something to increase your intention, increase your focus. Why not just try and increase it at least? So there's sometimes, I'm just trying to think, there are times when, I suppose we use our intention and our intuition a lot of the time, but I was just thinking when I'm doing energy work, for example, I'll often use a candle. I'll light a candle and I use that to transmute energy. So when I'm taking off any dense energies, and I'll be putting them into the candle. Now, sometimes if I don't have a candle, then I will have the intention that my salamanders are around, consciousness of fire, salamanders, the elementals, and I'm giving them the energy to transmute. So that's a way of sort of just using your intention, or having the candle as a really physical manifestation of what your intention is. And tools that I always use are crystals, and a couple of ways that I use those to focus my intention is if I'm doing an energy session and I can sense there's some, for me, past life energies, that's not a good one, maybe ancestral energies. I always see them very visually. Yeah, I'll talk about past life energies. When I find a past life energy within somebody's energy field, it's a spear. It's like a large wooden spear that's coming through their physical body and through their energy bodies. Now, if I was going to remove this energy with my hands, that's just with my intention. My hands are a tool where I'm focusing my intention. I could just stand there and have my intention on transmuting this energy, bringing light to this energy, working out what the pattern is, or I can use my hands so that it just focuses my intention. And in the same way, a crystal wand will do exactly the same. It's just a way to really focus all parts of my awareness, conscious and subconscious, into this one task that I want to do. And that's the same for any tool. It's about focusing your intention. And the second thing that tools are really useful for is holding their own specific energy. So with crystals, they work really well with your energy bodies, with human energy bodies. They have the most consistent focused energy of anything in the natural world. So they will keep their energy that they don't fluctuate. You know, like how we can fluctuate as we move through different beliefs and thought forms, or we're impacted by energies. Crystals, if you have the right intention with them, can hold a really specific energy really well and really consistently. And so it's their own inherent properties that you also bring into the healing session, or if it could be something else. It might be a type of meditation that you want to do, and the crystals are really assisting you with that. And same as shamanic tools, they will really focus your energy, and also the more that you use them, you are bringing more of a focus to the tool. So every time I use my drum or my rattle, I'm focusing the energy of those tools, as well as the fact that they are focusing my work. And they also have their own spirit and their own properties, which comes into the healing work as well. So tools are useful for many different reasons. So don't ever be put off by not using them anymore because you need to get to a point where you don't have tools. It's just simply not true. But you might be the type of person that, all of us have different energy systems. We're from different star systems, you know. So there's no judgment on whether you do or you don't. So the tool that I want to talk to you about is actually visualization and color. So when we want to send out a particular energy, this could be in a healing session, or this could be out into the world to a specific country, group of people, organization, government. Now, we need to be quite general because we haven't gone and asked permission from everybody to do any healing, but we can send out frequencies that are much more general than that, and say that they are for the highest good of all. So, for example, you might want to send unconditional love to a particular part of the planet. Now, when you want to send out this energy, the best way of focusing your intention and focusing the frequency that you're going to be sending out and making sure that it's consistent is to anchor it into a color. So, for example, if we wanted to send out the frequency of truth, then we would center ourselves, and really try and bring up the feeling of what truth is, embody it. So you can just do this quite logically. Think about the meaning of it, what it means to you, how it would show up in the world, how does it feel, and at the same time ask to be shown a color that anchors this frequency. Because all of these energies that you're sending out, whether it's truth, compassion, love, excitement, joy, they all have frequencies, and color can anchor that frequency perfectly. So it means your intention is really focused. So the whole reason I started this video is because I caught sight of a news story when I was just on Yahoo. And you know, the news, the media are constantly wanting to pull us into a lot of fear. There's plenty going on in the world that we need to bring light and love to, which means we need to change things and take action. It's not helpful to put us into a fearful emotional state to do that. So I'm very aware that that's what a lot of these stories are doing, if they're not given to us in a way that gives us the absolute truth of what's happened, and gives us ways that we can feel that we can contribute to making the situation better. So then if they are not empowering, and there's some fogginess about the message, and they are in no way giving you a way to interact with what's going on, then you're just being told that to bring about the emotion of fear. So we need to start doing something about what is going on, and to bring about more healing to the world, but we need to do it from a really centered space. So I just want to give you a few tools, because it's better to feel empowered than just to feel hopeless and just to start really moving into all that pain and hurt about what's going on. So first of all, work with any inner conflict within yourself. Of course, that's just something that's ongoing. Secondly, take action where you can. So whether it's some lobbying, whether it's getting involved with a local group, networking, really standing in solidarity with anybody that you know that is suffering in the world in any way that you can. But I want to talk now about energy work. So if you've just read a story about a lot of people that are really suffering in a particular place, and you're really working out what you can do energetically about that, is you can, of course, send supportive energies of unconditional love that will give some type of loving support, and people won't know it consciously, but subconsciously they will definitely pick up a different feeling, a different energy that is holding them in some way. So you can really embody the feeling of unconditional love, see it as a colour, and then just see it being sent to a whole area of the planet. Now, when some people say, oh, why don't we send unconditional love to all these people that are causing the pain? Now, I'm a bit more careful about that. A lot of people in power, I'm talking about behind our governments, the military-industrial complex, there's lots of different players that are like behind our governments. There's a lot of esoteric work and energy work going on at very, very high levels, and so I'm just a bit discerning about what energy I send out. But what I would send out to anybody who is causing suffering is the energy of truth, particularly to politicians and anybody that are spokespeople for the more powerful ones, and also the energy of empathy. And I'll send those two energies out. And again, you can just embody those energies, see them as a colour, and then send them out. I was just wondering if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I just want to say this is really powerful. I always feel like when I'm talking about kind of world suffering and problems, I feel a bit like, oh, we just talk about energy work. It feels like you're a bit like spiritual bypassing, like, oh, everything is love and light and it'll all be fine. So that's why I always say, you know, we need to keep ourselves in a centered space to really take action when we need to take action, because part of our spiritual journey is to bring light to where there is not light and assist with that, but we must do it without getting pulled into all the emotions of fear, because we just are not as energetically powerful when that happens. And we can back up anything that we're doing action-wise. It might be that you have a blog or a podcast. It might be that you're lobbying or sending emails. So many people are taking action in so many different ways, and energy is just another way that you can do that. But yeah, I just want to really say to you that it's massively powerful, and sometimes I really feel like I see massive results with organisations or groups of people that are pretty distant from me when I've just been working energetically like this. So just keep up with your energy work, keep using your tools, and I'll be really interested to hear your insights on this type of work, and sending out these energies, and how else we can work on the painful and hurtful things that are going on in the world, how we can be more constructive, how we can be more effective as energy workers, supporting our community, supporting other people to feel more empowered to take action, to do things from a very centered spiritual place. So yeah, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the weekend, and yeah, lovely to connect with you again today, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.